Tomorrow's kind of related to that. So, so my real talk is tomorrow, but Joe said I should do another talk tonight. So I'm talking about something we've done at work. So 2 years ago, Carl was in the talk actually. I was on a project where we'd inherited a code base and we wanted to know, or I wanted to discuss how much technical debt you could carry on a project. So we were talking about it, and Bill Pugh was saying that he was working at Google at the time and looking at, he differentiated debt into kind of two areas. So there was debt that you had which you never had to pay down on ever again, so it wasn't really problematic debt. But there was debt that you kept on hitting and all your colleagues would hit, and that was the problematic debt that you had to track. So what I and two friends at work have done is created a really, really simple annotation called a debt annotation. So Java 6 and above, you can use it and put it all over your code. And you can use it to track your the technical debt that you think you're incurring across your code base. So an example of the code is, it's got two fields because we want to keep it as simple as possible. And you can annotate app debt to a class, to a variable, or a method. You can't do it to, you can annotate instance variables, but apparently because of something to do with Java 6 you can't annotate local variables. But we're trying to figure out how to get that working. And all the two fields that you have to supply are the description, which is the kind of problem that you've hit, and the count is the number of times it's been hit. So if I just want to annotate something as having some debt, I'll be the one who will first add the annotation, and I'll put the count to 1. And then as other people are developing, and they hit the same problem, but they don't have time to fix it, they'll tick the ticker up to 2, to 3, to 4, to 5. And then, so that's really simple. The annotation which I wrote is about 7 or 8 lines. The clever bit is something that my colleague Wadid Ruff's written, which is a processor, and we put this in our build at our project at the moment. So you can set a threshold, and you can set which classes you want it to look at. So by default, it'll look at all classes. Which classes and packages you want it to look at, and what your threshold is, and it will fail your build. It'll give you a report as to where your debt is and how much debt you've got, and you can set a threshold and it will fail your build if you go over a certain amount. And that's it. So it's very simple. And that's it.